Hey guys, what is up? TheNeoCubest here. Welcome to a tour of our Season 1 and Season 2 Survival Let's Play Hardcore Survival Let's Play Worlds. So we're here. We've got the 2048 by 2048 textures, as you can see. Absolutely incredible. This is going to be the last video in the series of NZXT videos. So again, a special thank you to NZXT. And it won't be the last video made with the computer, that's for sure. But yes, this is the Hardcore Season 1 world. So the first ever time I played Hardcore, this is what we came up with. So let's just start off where it all started, okay? Our spawn point. Now, our spawn point was somewhere over here. I think it was around this iron golem, iron farm thingy. It was like right around here, I think. And we spawned in. You guys know how you guys know the story if you watched it. But basically, we started off, you know, we saw this. We were like, ooh, a plains biome. That's a nice empty slate. Of course, we didn't build the bridge till much later on. But we found this tree. And, you know, we put some chests next to it, a bed. And that's how pretty much how the world began. I built the same. And I don't know how this treehouse is going to look with this texture pack on. So bear with me here. It's very leafy. It almost feels more leafy than, you know, it did before. I mean, obviously it does because the leaves are leafier. But this was our first house. This is where we slept, the original OG bed. And, you know, it was a nice home, but eventually we expanded into what you guys know as the windmill. The windmill house right over here. This is a big old house. This thing took me probably 4 or 5 hours to build, and we did it in one episode. So, you know, 4 or 5 hours into one episode. That's, you know, that's a pretty good bit of time for 30 minutes. But this is what we came up with, and you know, it's beautiful. Obviously, with the shaders on and everything, it looks a little bit different than it did. We'll go back through at the end of each one of these worlds and go back through and just kind of check it out with the default stuff on. But I figured we'd throw on, you know, some nice textures, make the NZXT PC, you know, maybe break a sweat, maybe a little bit, but not really. It's handling this quite okay. You know, the Nether portal, you know, it was a big house, okay? It was a very big house, way too many floors, too much storage, more storage than anyone could ever ask for. But, oh, man, so many fond memories of this world. The first ever time I played Hardcore, I mean, you guys remember it. I had a blast. In Season 2, I had a blast, too. I really did. And I'm excited for the new series that's going to start next weekend. So if you're not subscribed, but if you're watching this, you're probably subscribed. But next weekend is a brand new Hardcore series with a brand new twist. Now, over here was our, you know, tree farm, or something like a tree farm. We never planted it back. It didn't ever really work very well. I thought of this one night before I fell asleep. I was like, I should put some canals between and automate sapling collection. It didn't really work. I mean, it worked, but not very well. And then probably the staple of this series was this. It doesn't look right with these shaders on and stuff. But this was a giant ant farm for our villagers. So let's take a peek inside. If you guys didn't see Hardcore Season 1, you missed out. Go back and watch it. This was an ant farm, okay? But not full of ants. No, it was full of villagers. So we gave these villagers an interesting life. That's for sure. You can see there's quite a few in here. As their happens. Let me put myself in spectator mode. We basically just made all these ant tunnels and gave them all jobs. And they seem to like it, you know. They're villagers, so they seem to like it okay. Let's go ahead and let's do a time set 2000 here just so that we can see a little bit better. But yeah, that was our ant farm, villager ant farm. We had our fully automatic sugarcane farm over here, which was absolutely incredible. These are some ideas. More shulker boxes. Try trading some wheat. Visit a temple underwater, get some OP gear. You know, make a modern house that is small. Why? I don't know. Sometimes I'll just put little ideas on signs around the world, and sometimes I get to them, and sometimes I don't. But yeah, I mean, just take a moment and appreciate this dirt. Now, the only way I'm able to run this dirt is because of a very special sponsor. So here's a little word about our sponsor. If you guys are looking for a computer right now or you're looking to build one, you know GPUs are extremely hard to come by. But I think I may have the solution for you. So you ready to hear a little bit about my PC? I have 128 gigs of RAM just to load these textures. So let's talk about it. So this video is sponsored by NZXT, and they sent me out one of the most capable PCs money can buy to make some incredible videos for you all. My computer is built inside the beautiful white NZXT H710i case and has more RGB than anyone could ever need. I have an NZXT Kraken Z73 all-in-one liquid CPU cooler that is so amazing it even has a display built into it. You can put cool GIFs in it, or you can even display system info such as CPU and GPU temperature. Surrounding the cooler is 128 glorious gigabytes of G.Skill Trident Z Neo RAM, which is funny. It's actually called Trident Z Neo, so it's perfect for me, and it has some RGB on it as well. But 128 gigabytes is more than anyone should ever need, but I require about 60 gigabytes to load these textures. Under that cooler, we have an Intel i9-10980XE 18-core processor. For graphics, we have an EVGA RTX 3090 for the Win Ultra Edition. It's insane. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are hearing, so let's talk about how you can get your own NZXT PC. Start by clicking the first link below to head over to NZXT Build. NZXT Build is the simplest way to get a gaming PC customized exactly the way you want. Start by clicking on Start Your Build, set a budget, select AMD or Intel, click Continue, and if you have to choose a part, choose a part. GPU, CPU, it's easy. Just click Add. It's all compatible. Add to cart, check out, and you're done. It's that simple. NZXT Build also offers pre-built computers made for any use case. Streaming, creating, and more. Pre-built machines are not charged the $99 service fee. Every computer from NZXT is backed by their 2-year warranty, and it's available in the USA and Canada. And again, guys, thank you so much. Everyone at NZXT, thank you guys so much for sponsoring my channel. I couldn't have wished for a better sponsor. I'm proud to be sponsored by you guys, and I'm very happy with the computer. And I would highly recommend NZXT. So go click that first link down below if you're looking to build a PC. See what they've got. Maybe it'll interest you. Maybe it won't, but it's worth a shot. I think they've got pretty much everything you could need to get into the gaming PC realm. You could load pumpkins like this. You know, if you get 128 gigs of RAM, you could. If you get 16 gigs of RAM, you can't load these pumpkins, unfortunately. But anyways, this was our pumpkin farm. And if you zoom out very far, you can see it has a nice little spirally shape that took absolutely forever. I didn't see very many comments. People said, you know, the pumpkin farm looks good, but I didn't see very many comments. They were like, oh, I love the spiral shape. Okay, you know, it's kind of disappointed. Just not going to lie, a little disappointed. This was our enchantment tree. So it was just a big chunk tree that we eventually just made and hollowed out. And we had a nice little enchantment area. You know, you can walk up the stairs here. Technically, I could float through them, but nice little bed here. I actually slept in this bed quite a few nights, if you guys don't remember, you know, being stuck out here in the enchantment tree after dark, because I was really scared. You know, my first hardcore world, I was so scared I was going to die. And then, of course, you know, the enchantment table up top. It was a beautiful build, and I was really happy with it. You know, sheep farm, cow farm, obviously the giant wheat field. This was just, this took a long time, okay? This took a long time. So the only other thing I really, you know, remember, you know, I'm having not really a hard time remembering, but we had this little Elytra course, which, by the way, I am absolutely terrible at. No, I will not do it. I almost always fail. Now we have our Iron Golem farm over here, and it actually worked quite well. I think we're going to try to build one next season in hardcore. Not this next upcoming series, because it's going to be a little bit different, but this actually worked quite well. Look at this nether brick fence, dude. It's too HD, man. It's too HD. Anyways, this is where our mine was. It was over here we built. This is actually an early build in the series. It was this little mine right here. And it actually turned out to be pretty cool. I was looking for slime chunks, if you guys remember. Let me just kind of run down these stairs, because I kind of miss running down these stairs. I need another mine like this. I miss this. But we were looking for slime chunks, and I just mined out on a live stream just a big old area. Now, you can't really see the whole area. Unfortunately, I kind of built something there, which we'll show in a second. But yeah, this was just a big old giant conglomeration of mining for hours on end and not stopping. This was our slime farm. Or sorry, wait. Didn't we turn this? Okay, so this was a slime farm. Didn't we turn it into a creeper farm? We did turn it into a creeper farm. And now it was a creeper farm. And it actually works quite well. It took a long time to, you know, fill in all the dark spots on the world, but after you did that, it did pretty well. I don't know. Do we have any gunpowder in here? I'm not going to lie. It's kind of sad being on this world, because I kind of miss this world, but, you know, it's always still here in memoriam. It's not like it's ever really gone. Of course, I kept all the files so that I could look at it one day again and look at it with you guys. You guys really wanted to see a tour, and I figured what better way to do it than with this NZXT beast of a machine powering the tour. Because otherwise, with my old computer, I couldn't even think about this. It would probably just go up in smoke if I tried to load it. So that wouldn't work at all. And look at that. So let's load the default textures. I'll look at something. Actually, I'll just stay in this exact position here. I'm going to go back to default lighting and default textures. And there we go. They're the old OG Minecraft graphics. And looking at that, obviously it looks completely different, but this is maybe how you guys remember the world a little bit better. But yeah, the treehouse does not look as... the treehouse almost looks a little bit off. So I think something's gone wrong. Because you can see through the leaves, and I know you're supposed to be able to see through the leaves, but what is going on with those leaves? Is it something weird going on? Maybe not. But yeah, this was the treehouse. It looked a little bit different, obviously without the leafy leaves. Yeah, something's not rendering right, but that's okay. I think it's because this is a very modified version of Minecraft. I even have a mod that I never really got to use, but it's block physics. So if I go over here, and for instance, if I were to place some cobblestone down like this, and then I break this one, you can see the blocks actually like turn into, like blocks, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. They have physics, I guess, and like TNT does the same. But I'm kind of trying to preserve this part of the world. I don't really want to do that. But yeah, here's a little overview of how everything looked. That was where we went up to sit in AFK for the farms. And yeah, here's the ant farm, how it was supposed to look. We never really finished it, but to be honest with you, I built it way too big. Finishing it was kind of low on the priority list because look how many villagers we have in one little spot, and that's not to mention all the ones underground. But yeah, it was a beautiful world, a beautiful time. We'll have many more of these beautiful worlds, I promise you. Just stick around on the channel. Let's head over to Season 2, and let's do a little overview of that world as well. I'll have to turn the fancy graphics back on, but I'll see you guys there. Okay, the withers are taken care of. Dude, that took me like 5-6 minutes, which, it's I'm not like saying it's a long time, but it's way longer than I expected it to take. Now, I don't think there's more withers unless they're hiding somewhere. But you guys remember, this is where we lost the world. It was, I think, hold on, let me find the specific hole. I think it was over here. I don't know. They started destroying the world, and I was trying to run away. Maybe it was like right around there. I think it was like around here. I don't know. But this is where we fought the 5 withers. Yeah, we lost. We lost. Let's just not talk about it. So let's run over here. And this is where the actual world is. Let me go in spectator so I can go a little bit quicker here. This is where the actual world is. Let me do a little time set just so we can see a little bit better. But this was the city. You guys remember it. Obviously, it wasn't very long ago. This was our fully automated sheep farm, which, let me add, was very, very helpful. It got me a ton of wool, and I could trade with these guys, which I can't open the menu for them unless I'm in creative. The white wool, gives you a ton of stuff, so it was really helpful. But that was my modern sheep farm. I tried to do a modern theme on everything, including having my own, my own city and whatnot, which was pretty cool. It really was, not gonna lie. I didn't go as far with it as I thought, but honestly, like to do that out fully would have taken so long, and I'd rather be able to produce content and really enjoy it for you guys rather than burn myself out by building an entire city. But we got close. We got a nice little modern boat over here. You guys remember the Discord Ideas episode, a bumblebee shaped I was going to say bee farm, I guess, like a little greenhouse. We got Freya in here, of course. Inside the HD textures, Freya is hidden behind the wall of 2048 textures. And where it all started, our first house. Which you might be asking yourself, that's the first house? Yeah, it's just spruce wood, oak wood, cobblestone. That's literally it. And it was a nice house. There was nothing really wrong with it. We never got to a second house, which was okay. Our first house was better than most of my houses ever. And it looks really good, especially with these textures on. These spruce leaves really pop, when you have the just extremely high resolution textures. But look, this whole thing looks pretty nice. We got our cow farm over here, of course. Over in the distance, you can see our target practice target. And this was our modern enchanting house thingy. Just had an enchantment table in it and some paintings and whatnot. By the way, look at glowstone. I don't know if we've looked at that before, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. There's our Among Us armor. As you can see, just a helmet and boots. All you need. And then we had one of the highlights of this series, the McDonald's, which is where we had our villager breeder. Pretty amazing. So tons of villagers. Had a little area down here as well, just for the beds and whatnot. But overall, I think the McDonald's was a success. You know, very good villager breeder. Now over here we have the giant, and I mean giant wheat farm, so that we can make the buns for the McDonald's food and for you know, my food. Which we only mined this one time, and you can see it's kind of tattered a little bit. These are just where the water is, but like right here, you know, it got tattered from our raid invasion. Over here, I was planning on doing a whole wall of shops, but again, I didn't want to burn myself out, and this was just where we had villagers for trading. This is just the librarians. Obviously, you can see the sugarcane farm, pretty self-explanatory, little cactus farm, and then in the last few episodes, we built this little shrine. With some end stone, which looks incredible. In here was our bunker, so let's head inside the bunker real quick. You guys remember this, where we kept all of our valuables stored away inside the Fort Neo, or I was going to say Fort Knox, but that wouldn't make sense. It looks more like a hangar rather than a bunker, you know, for plane storage, but let's just not talk about it. And obviously the road extends all the way here. This was my soul sand path, which I could maybe I can break a piece and show you. Am I in survival? No, I'm in creative. I can't break it with a sword. This was, oh man, soul sand looks odd. Ugh. But that's soul sand, so that you can run really fast when you have the proper boots on. But overall, you know, I was really happy with this world. I almost liked the first season a little bit more just because of the world style. I like modern, but I'm kind of terrible at building it, and it honestly was a lot harder than it needed to be. Obviously, this was my XP spawner. Which we can go underground and check out. I kind of tricked it out near the end. We made this nice little area underground. I did this while I was in my Zoom classes. You guys remember how that went. And then the spawner was back here. And then obviously over here we had all of our spawn platform to kill them on. You know, it's just a dungeon spawner, so fairly simple. But let's travel back out of here real quick. And yeah, that was the world. There's not a whole lot more to it that I'm missing. This was pretty much it. And again, you guys just seen this, but let me put it on retrovision, put it back on the normal graphics, and we'll look at it one more time real quick. Now here is probably how you remember the world in the last episode. Everything looks different, you know. I prefer these graphics, you know, for like playing in survival, but for cinematic purposes, obviously the other one's a lot better. But there's the house, you know, you can kind of see everything you need to see from the outside. Torches on top, kind of lazy, but you never really saw the top unless you're flying with the elytra. Yeah, the leaves are bugged. I think it's because of all the mods I have, because there's like leaves inside of here, and it's like only showing the outside ones. Oh yeah, we didn't even go over here. So let me fly really quickly. By the way, this is where I got all the sand for doing my large concrete roads. This was Duck Rock, which you guys remember that we finished out in the last few episodes. And then over here was my creeper farm. Pretty cool. Very big. It worked very well. It really did. You know, it did its purpose. Got us gunpowder so we could make rockets. And let's go over here and do one little more overview of the world, because I know you guys have just recently seen this, you know, somewhat, you know, 2 weeks ago. This is the wheat field in all of its not glory now, because we're not in the 2048 NZXT sponsored textures. But this looks really good, doesn't it? I think so. I was really happy with this world. It was one of the better worlds that I had built. I did enjoy Season 1 more just because it was easier to build, but this was more satisfying once you got to the end, I guess. But yeah, thank you guys for watching Seasons 1 and 2. I hope you guys enjoyed them. It's not going to be Season 3. Season 3 hardcore is going to be when the second part of 1.17 comes out. In between that time, you know, honestly, I may do a normal survival Let's Play. You know, I may do a bunch of different things. I think I'm going to do some smaller series and just try that out for a little bit, see how well you guys like it. But I promise there's going to be more hardcore. And if that's what you came and subscribed to my channel for, it's going to happen again. It's just, you know, I'm a little burnt out of hardcore just because I did it for like, I don't know, it feels like maybe 6 or 7 months straight. But you try doing the same thing 6 or 7 months straight, you know, playing the same game. And you see how you feel. But we're going to mix it up with the next hardcore series. It's going to be different than anyone's hardcore series that I've ever found on YouTube. So get braced for that next weekend. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. NZXT, thank you guys for the computer and for the sponsorship. I really do appreciate you guys. And I hope everyone at NZXT is having a wonderful time. And I hope you, the viewers, are having a wonderful time as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next weekend in that unique hardcore series. Everyone out there, stay cool, which I said, you know, in my face reveal. So I'm going to say that in every video now, okay? I'm just kidding. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next weekend. Bye. I'm just trying out some BSL shaders here for just one moment while I give you guys. Now, I'm not going to have like a, secret code or anything this video, but I want you to comment down below and tell me which season was your favorite. Now, this is important because I'm trying to get a gauge for what you guys exactly want to see. So please do let me know in the comments. If you see one that has, season 1 was my favorite, thumbs up that comment. Let's see, if we can vote them to the top and see what happens. But everyone put down in the comments what your favorite season was. I'm genuinely curious. I want to see what you guys think. And please do leave a like if you want to see more hardcore. That's just a, little ask for likes at the end. You guys still have to do it, but please do comment below and tell me which one that you liked better. Season 1, this world, or season 2, the modern world. Let me know. Bye.